We think we can see autism, but it's actually invisible. So the only way to understand autism truly must be through the autistic community. I don't think anyone would understand an autistic unless an autistic themselves. Sometimes it's easy to say, oh, I was trained in this, or I parent a child, and we think we know. We know to a certain extent, right? But a lot of the things that we know is very from the outside. It's like from the outside looking in. Yeah, that's why I say a lot of the things that we think we can see autism, but it's actually invisible. So the only way to understand autism truly must be through the autistic community. That's the biggest change. That's when I realized, oh my God, there's a lot of misconception, and there's a lot of misunderstanding, and it's an injustice, right? So if we think about, say you were saying about an eye contact, for example. For a layperson, when you look at someone who's not having eye contact, when the rest of us have eye contact, we think that that person is not listening, being disrespectful, disengaged, right? But an eye contact, when we think about eye contact, when we ask the autistic community, why is it that it's hard for them to give an eye contact? And sometimes, just to be clear, it's not always not having eye contact. It's a variation in how the eye contact is, because for some autistic, it is an intense eye contact, right? So this is because, especially those who do not have, do not give you eye contact, they're listening. And in fact, they listen so much better when they're not looking at you. Because you've got to understand the way they experience the world, it's not like us. As we are speaking now, Dr. Hamizah, right? Yeah. You hear my voice. Yeah. And I am very aware of my voice too, right? But if we take a moment of silence, there are other sounds in this room. And to them, it is all at the same volume, for many of them. And if they were to have to process that, and at the same time have to look at you, and when they look at you, they see so many things, right? There's so many things that have to be processed at the same time. So the best way is to avert their eyes so they don't have to process this visual, but so that they can just give you that attention and try to understand what you're trying to say. So imagine someone who is struggling with that, and we say, look at me, and they're already struggling. They try to focus on what you're saying, and then here you are trying to make it more difficult. But I understand from many people, it's well-meaning, because they think that you need to have eye contact. But eye contact is not just about in autism. There's a lot of other culture out there. Some African cultures, Afghanistan, Afghans who do not give eye contact, right? Yeah.